Hi everyone and welcome to The Viz. Now you'll see that our production value has increased exponentially since last time with our exciting new branding behind me. Now I do need to speak to Judith in finance about getting that invoice signed off, as I promised my 5-year-old niece a unicorn for the privilege, but I'm sure we can find that in the marketing budget. Anyway, welcome to the second edition of The Viz, which is a video format biz. And for those not used to The Biz, that is the internal newsletter for Belfast Central Mission, or BCM, where we try to keep our colleagues up to date on what's happening around the projects, in people's lives, and especially at this sort of time, what people are doing to stave off boredom and insanity while we're either stuck at home or working away. So let's see what's been going on. Emma Neal is the former acting manager of our Housing Support for Older People project out west, and she's expecting a baby at the end of this month. So, at the start of March, before she went on maternity leave and people were able to gather in groups, her teammates held a baby shower in the office. We just want to wish Emma all the very best of luck for the delivery, and we can't wait to see photos of the new arrival. Both the residents and staff at Tfelta Rise, our supported housing project for young people out in Macrofelt, have had their hopes risen these last few weeks thanks to their encouragement window, where they've been putting up famous sayings from the likes of Maya Angelou and Seamus Heaney, together with letters and notes from local residents, local organisations, and even our chief executive, to kind of keep spirits up in these crazy times. We think it's a great idea, and if you've seen similar out and about, then please do share it with us, that we can share the good news with everyone and anyone who's watching these videos. So even with being on complete lockdown for obvious reasons over the last number of weeks, the residents at Kirk House, which is our residential care project for older people in East Belfast, had a relatively enjoyable Easter, with many making Easter cards that they could send to friends and family, while the entire building, including the staff, received Easter eggs that had kindly been donated by a relative of a resident who had supposed to be going on holiday, but they used the money instead to buy Easter eggs for everyone. Welcome to Poetry Corner. In these days of lockdown, we're spending lots more time at home, giving us the chance to clean out those cupboards and rifle through those corners. In my case, I came across this book of works by Longfellow. Now, I'm unsure of the direct connection with Belfast Central Mission, especially considering that he died 7 years before it was founded in the late 1800s, but nevertheless, I came across a poem entitled An April Day, and considering this is in fact a day in April, I thought it apt. So, let's give it a whirl. When the warm sun that brings seed time and harvest has returned again, 'tis sweet to visit the still wood where springs the first flower of the plain. I love the season well when forest glades are teeming with bright forms, nor dark and many-folded clouds foretell the coming on of storms. Sweet April, many a thought, is wedded unto thee, as hearts are wed, nor shall they fail till to its autumn brought life's golden fruit is shed. He wrote that before he was 19. So we're going to try something a little bit different this week, which is a cookery corner, and that's because we have been reliably informed that Janet from our Newton Ards office has the world's best shortbread. And now Janet was a little bit camera shy, and also she couldn't come into the studio because we're self-isolating, and by studio I mean my under DIY kitchen, please no judgment. And so I'm going to give it a crack myself. Now I'm no master baker, but I'm going to give it a crack. So I have the ingredients. I've got the butter coming up to room temperature, got demerara sugar, I hope that's alright, it just asks for sugar, plain flour and corn flour, which I had to borrow from my mum, hence the Tupperware container. So let's get started. Okay, and then once mixed, we roll out and shape. And they go in at 150 degrees centigrade, 300 Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm no expert. And there will be those that say that I should have used a bigger bowl, or I should have sifted my flour, that I shouldn't have used demerara sugar, and that I probably shouldn't have used a wine bottle as a rolling pin. But I did, and for a first ever attempt at shortbread, they seem to have turned out all right. So, Janet, I just hope I have done your recipe proud. Although in fairness, I haven't tasted them yet. I'm sure they're grand. And so, as the days seem to blur into the next, it's Thursday again. And once again, we'll take to the streets to show our support and appreciation for the NHS workers, the care workers, and all those working on the front line or in those essential jobs that we appreciate just so much. This week, BCM staff received a message from the Superintendent of Belfast Central Mission, the Reverend David Campton. And here's a short snippet for you all.
When I'm standing on the doorstep applauding the NHS on a Thursday night, together with the Chinese drummers across the road, I'm thinking of you in BCM who are doing your bit on the front line, as well as those behind the scenes working away at home, allowing our important work to continue. And those of you who would love to be doing your bit, who are unfortunately furloughed at present. We may be separated at present, but we remain a team. And we rely on each other playing our bit until this crisis passes, even if our bit is simply staying at home.
So, regardless of who you're going to be clapping for, let's all get out there tonight and make some noise. And we'd love to see photos, videos of you making that noise so as we can share that with our supporters, with our colleagues, to show that the support is there, the encouragement is there, and the appreciation is there. Have a safe weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next time.